The current trends in violent extremism in the United States are largely white nationalist and white supremacist individuals and organizations. In the last year, 2018, we had 15 deaths committed by violent extremist attackers, and those 78% of those 50 deaths were perpetuated by violent extremists who were white supremacists. In the previous 2 years, we've had an incredible uptick in that activity, particularly since the Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville. So that's what we're seeing around the country, and that's what we're seeing as it relates to recruitment efforts as well. The organizations that we're seeing that are most active on college campuses are typically associated with neo-Nazi or white supremacist organizations. One of the most interesting is Atomwaffen Division. They're a fascist organization. They have leafleted campuses with flyers. They've actually sent faxes in. We've seen a number of students that have actually, under the guise of exercising their First Amendment privilege, suggest that they are supporters of this organization. So that is something that is increasing, and it is something that we're watching on campuses across the country. The tactics that we're seeing them use to attract people are flyers. They are having rallies. They are having meetups online. What's really interesting about this is they've sort of taken the ISIS playbook and mirrored what worked for them. You know, ISIS, unlike Al-Qaeda, was very overt. They went online, they let you know who they were, where they were, how to sign up, what you could do to join, what would happen when you did join. And Al-Qaeda, on the other hand, was very covert, you know, behind the scenes, off the grid. It worked well for ISIS. So what we're seeing now in the United States and some of these white nationalist movements and alt-right movements is the same kind of tactic. They are online. They are asking people to essentially sign up, get vetted, having meetups, and then face-to-face, peer-to-peer recruitment, peer-to-peer radicalization. And then they're discussing other activities they may take up in the future as a result of knowing each other and agreeing that they have the same kind of thought processes and the same kind of adherence to an ideology. College campuses really have to have a formal and robust threat assessment process, meaning an officer or officers that are assigned to that role that work very closely with their police department and or Department of Public Safeties on those campuses. In no way should they discourage people from engaging in their First Amendment privilege. At the same time, they also have to ensure that the students around them don't feel threatened, don't feel that their safety in any way is being jeopardized because these people are engaging in their First Amendment privilege. It's a delicate balance, and I always say it's extremely difficult to secure a democracy, but at the same time, we have a duty to protect people on our campuses, and in doing so, we have to make sure that in everyone exercising their constitutional rights, that they aren't in some way curtailing the privileges of freedom and safety of others as they're doing that. So it's a very delicate balance, and conversations need to be had with people who are engaging in those activities, as well as people that are affected by those activities, to make sure that they are facilitated, but it's facilitated in a way that's safe and secure.